My name is Frank Mazzella. I'm the Learning Products Manager for Vision Research. I'm here to present a series of PCC, Phantom Camera Control software tutorials intended to show you many of the various features and processes incorporated in PCC. In this tutorial, Performing File Conversions Part 1 via the save process, we will cover the method and steps necessary to convert a single Cine file to one of the many supported file formats using the save command. PCC provides us with the ability to convert supported file formats to image stacks, a series of images, and/or a different movie-like format that could be handed off to colleagues or put into a presentation. There are two ways to convert files. We can convert a file using the save process described in the Editing and Saving Your First Cine tutorial, or we can convert multiple Cine files using the Batch Convert Files toolbar button. For this tutorial, I'm going to convert a previously recorded Cine, the Justin Blink Cine file, using the save process I described in the Editing and Saving Your First Cine tutorial. However, this time I'm going to save the Cine into a file format other than a Cine RAW, untouched, uninterpolated raw data file, as I did in that tutorial. By clicking the down arrow next to the Save As Type Data entry field, I can select from a list of supported file formats the format I want to convert the file to. All the file formats above the line are self-contained movie-like formats, so the result of the conversion process would be one file with all the frames contained in it. All the formats listed below the line save each frame of the Cine file as an individual image formatted file. So, if there are thousands of frames in the Cine, the result from the conversion process will be 1,000 files where each file represents one frame of the Cine, an image stack. For details on the various file formats, see the PCC help file incorporated in PCC under the Functional Description module. So let's do that. Let's convert our file into a TIFF stack using one of the TIFF formats. Notice that there are 4 TIFF formats that I can select from. If I select the TIFF1 image format, the result from the conversion process would be a photocopy type image, black and white with no grayscales. The TIFF 824 image format means that the monochrome images will be 8 bits per pixel, and color images will be 24 bits per pixel, 8 bits for red, 8 bits for green, and 8 bits for blue. If the original file was 10 or 12 bits, I would select the TIFF 1236 option. What this would mean is the monochrome images would be 10 or 12 bits depending on the original image format, and the color images would be 30 or 36 bits, 10 or 12 bits for red, 10 or 12 bits for green, and 10 or 12 bits for blue. And if the original image were 14 bits, I would select the TIFF 1648 option. Since the original Cine was recorded with an 8-bit pixel bit depth, I'm going to select the TIFF 824 image format. Now I need to specify where the images will be saved to. Vision Research recommends that the image files for each Cine being converted be saved in its own folder. Therefore, I need to navigate to the folder where I wish to create an image stack folder in this case, the C: Programs, Phantoms, Cines, Tutorials folder. I'm going to create a folder under the C: Programs, Phantoms, Cines, Tutorials folder called Justin Blink Images. Now I'm going to double-click on the Justin Blink Images folder so the images that will be created during the conversion process will be saved into the newly created folder. The next step is for me to assign each file of the TIFF stack a name. I'll do this by entering a root file name, Justin Blink, that will be part of each file name created. I then need to enter a special character that instructs the software to append either an incremental count up or the actual image number to the files being created. For this example, I'm going to instruct PCC to append the actual image numbers. To accomplish this, I need to add an exclamation point to the root name. There are several different wildcards that can be used. For information about the wildcards and how to use them, refer to the file naming convention formats in the PCC help file. I also need to add the number of digits to append to the root file name. PCC allows us to append from 1 to 8 digits to the root file name. For this example, I'm going to append 4 digits, and you'll see what this looks like in just a little bit. With the save location specified, the file name assigned, and the format selected, I can now specify the range of images to be converted and saved. Located in the lower left-hand corner of the Save dialog window is the Range option area, used to specify the range of images to be converted and saved. The first option, Mark In, Mark Out, converts and saves the images within the Mark In and Mark Out points of the cines. The second option, Full Cine, saves all the frames contained in the cines file. And a third option, User Defined, allows us to specify a valid range of images to be converted and saved by entering the image numbers of the first and last images to be converted and saved in their respective data entry fields. For this tutorial, I'm going to save the first 200 images of the cine. Therefore, I'm going to select the User Defined option. Notice there are 2 fields in parentheses below the selected User Defined Range option. The first field specifies the image number of the first image to be converted and saved, while the second field specifies the last image to be converted and saved. By default, the valid range of images will be entered into these fields. Since I only want to convert and save 200 images of the cine, I'm going to type in the first image I want to convert and save into the first image field. For this example, I'm going to start converting at image number 200. Then I'll enter in the image number of the last image I want to convert and save into the last field, in this case 400. The remaining save options will be covered in the Applying Border Data and Other Save Options video tutorial. So here we have a new folder called Just and Blink Images, where I'm going to convert and save each of the images with a unique name as defined by the root file name and wildcard. Each of these images will be converted and saved as 8 bits monochrome TIFF files. And I'm only going to convert and save 200 frames, starting at image number 200. With the conversion settings defined, let's start the conversion and saving process by clicking the Save button. Notice PCC displays a converting message and a processing indicator in the play panel. Now that we have completed the process, let's take a look at the results. Let me just clean up the Windows display and navigate to the Just and Blink Images folder using Windows Explorer. As you can see, the frames I just converted, starting at Just and Blink 0200 up to Just and Blink 0400, have been saved in the Just and Blink image folder. The conversion process also created a Just and Blink.chd file. This file is the Cine header file that contains some of the information about the processing that was done, some of the frames timing information, along with a few other pieces of information about the frames. Okay, let's go back to PCC and talk about viewing the images we just created by clicking the Opens Files button. If I needed to, I would use the navigation buttons to navigate to the folder containing the file or files to be opened. But as you can see, PCC is already there. To open a single file, I simply highlight the file and click the Open button. Notice the image I just selected is displayed in a panel. If I wanted to, I can open sequential files by highlighting the first file, hold down the Shift key, then highlight the last file. As you can see, all sequence files have been highlighted. Or, if I prefer, I could selectively choose which files to open by highlighting the first file, hold down the Control key, and select the subsequent files to open. Notice only the files I select are highlighted. Then click the Open button. So that's one way that we can convert a Cine file into different formats, either as a set of individual frames inside a folder like we just did, or a self-contained movie format.